Hey guys, it's Hector Castillo from girlschase.com. Today I want to talk to you about setting good expectations with your lovers. So you sleep with a girl, and depending on what you want from her, you need to act in a certain way, mainly because we don't want to hurt any girl. We don't want to make a girl feel bad. We don't want to give her the wrong idea, but we also don't want to so usually when we think of giving the girl the wrong idea, it's when you start sleeping with her, you're having a lot of fun, and maybe you're casually seeing each other 2 or 3 times a week, which is a bit quick, which we'll go into in a second, or it's a bit much in a small period of time, and we'll go into that in a second. But you are not manipulating her. You're giving her the wrong idea, maybe indirectly and maybe out of your own ignorance, but she's going to think you're getting in a relationship. So if you sleep with a girl 3 times a week for like a month, she thinks something's going to happen. That's a lot of sex and a lot of intimacy really, really quick. But I see guys doing it, and sometimes they lead themselves into a relationship that really they didn't want to get into, but they kind of just fell into it because a relationship is simply an agreement between 2 people to not have sex with other people, usually. And then you just spend a lot of time together and you do a lot of things together. That's what a relationship is. Someone that you consistently fuck, and there's at least the idea that you guys aren't fucking other people. Whether you actually adhere to that or not depends on you and her. But that's what a relationship is. And so I find men either accidentally falling into relationships, or probably worse, or no, that's probably the worst case scenario, to end up in a relationship that you don't really want to be in. That's settling. That's not a good life. But the other worst thing is that you give a girl the idea that you're going to be in a relationship, and then you're like, yeah, I'm not interested in that. And she kind of pushes for it. She's like, hey, do I ever get the what are we? Like, a lot of guys get that what are we thing. I don't really get that question a lot. It's more indirect and a bit more subtle when girls do it. So I don't have that experience much, but the girl does start getting attached, and she does start, giving nicknames and cutesy things like that, and showing up in lingerie for me, like specialized lingerie, or in bringing gifts, for instance. Any of these things that are definitely a sign that she really wants to be with you, and she's trying to really impress you and really make you, the sex is really good. She's so attentive when she's with you. You're going to see that escalation in intimacy, and that's going to be a sign that she wants to get in a relationship. Now, the problem is, if you don't want a relationship, you don't want to push it that far. You need to be clear about your intentions, but you also don't want to make the mistake of pushing them away and telling them, no, I don't want a relationship at all, unless you, for fucking sure, don't want one. But there's better ways to go about that. And then you also don't want to be the guy who's like, yeah, I want to date you, because that can be unattractive. As a baseline philosophy, the girl should be the one who pushes for a relationship. It shouldn't be the guy. The guy pushes for sex. He persists for sex. And then it's the woman's job to persist for a relationship. Men want pussy, women want commitment. We both do the thing, or we want the thing that we're not that great at. Guys are not that great at getting sex, so that's our focus. Girls they can get sex anytime they want, but what they look for is commitment. So you always need to realize that women naturally, biologically, are going to be seeking commitment from a lot of different guys, not necessarily just one guy. It's kind of a biological imperative for women to have as many guys sexually committed and emotionally committed to her as possible. It gives her a strong safety net. Play with that idea, and you'll start to understand a lot of what women do. Basically, women just want to have guys want them. But they are seeking a relationship. That's pretty much their prime goal, is to get the cum of a cool guy and then secure commitment from him, because that means that he's going to be around to help raise the child from an evolutionary biology perspective. So knowing that one of her biggest drives is to get your cum and then have you as a father or a husband, you need to realize that if you're not going to be in that position, you probably shouldn't give her the wrong idea. So the way I do this, usually, I'll just give you my method, and then you can kind of adopt your own, but you'll understand the philosophy of what I do. So I sleep with the girl. I'm very upfront about what I want from a girl. And since I'm public about what I do for a living, I definitely lose a lot of what we call boyfriend value. So it's kind of obvious from the outset that I'm probably not going to be her boyfriend. But on the other hand, that kind of excludes me sometimes if I do want a relationship. It can kind of cause trouble. But the message is clear, right? So I set good expectations via my lifestyle. If you travel a lot, if you have a very busy job, she's gonna kind of know that maybe you're not best for a relationship, but then that's gonna make you really attractive for a relationship because that's how women work. And so she's gonna know that probably won't be in a relationship. So if you have that kind of lifestyle like mine, or probably not like mine, most people don't, but a lifestyle that's pretty obviously not best suited for a relationship, you're traveling a lot, then you can kind of relax a little bit because she should know that you're not there for a relationship unless you want to be. So if you don't want a relationship, then you're probably in the clear. I would just avoid being too romantic and too cute with her and spending too much time together. That's probably the biggest thing, is time together. Don't see a girl that you don't want a relationship with more than 6 times a month. That's usually the best. You want to see each other pretty quickly, 2-3 times after you fuck. Just kind of establish it as a regular thing. Like you guys, okay, once you have sex with a girl 3 times, she's kind of like a thing now with you. So once you have that thing status, then you want to only see her maybe once a week. And once that, nice. Editor fucking karate kick the light. 6 times a month max. You can go up maybe 1 or 2, but too much and she's gonna start to think that you're gonna be in a relationship. And again, our main idea is that we don't wanna hurt women. We don't wanna give women the wrong idea. We wanna be very honest with women. We wanna play the game right? We gotta have game, and we gotta not be the kind of guys like, yeah, I really want you to be your boyfriend because I don't wanna lie to you, and I don't wanna hurt your feelings. There's a little bit of implicit manipulation that goes on both sides that kind of has to be forgiven because it's very hard to be super upfront and honest. And still be seen as a cool guy. So for instance, I'll show you how to show that you do want a relationship, right? So let's say you set the right expectations, and the right expectation is that you are gonna be a boyfriend, maybe. What I like to tell girls is that I'm open to a relationship. I'm not exactly looking for one. I'm just recently single, and I can kind of say that because I am. It's been about, I don't know, a couple months. And so when you have that clear communication established by saying, I'm open to a relationship, then that says, okay, I have a chance with him, right? She's gonna think, okay, I have a shot. If she really likes you on that level, she's gonna start working towards that. But you haven't slipped up and accidentally said like, oh my God, yeah, I really wanna date you. You could even say things like, yeah, I would totally date you. You're so cool. You're not exactly asking her for a relationship, but you're kind of putting it out there. Or you can say things like, oh, I like you. You know, like you're a cool girl. Like I enjoy hanging out with you. So you're not pushing for a relationship, but you're still expressing the fact that, wow, I really like your company outside of just sex. So if you don't want a relationship, if your lifestyle kind of speaks for itself, it should do most of the work, but you don't want to hang out with her too much, and then you don't want to make any promises that you can't keep. If you do want a relationship, I would still advise you not say like, I want you as my girlfriend, unless she's pretty forward and she's like, yeah, I want to be your girlfriend. You can just be like, yeah, that would be totally cool. Like we could try it. You know, don't get too excited about it, but just, yeah, it'd be fun. That's how I got one of my relationships. She got really jealous. She saw some conversation I had with some girl over Facebook and got really mad at me and was like, I thought we had something special, but she had been telling me for months that she doesn't want a relationship, and I was like, yeah, me neither. And then eventually she came to her senses after she talked to a friend, and she's like, yeah, you know, I know we're not exclusive, but I want to be, if you want to try it. She was very like evasive about it, and I was like, yeah, does that mean we only have sex with each other? And she's like, well, yeah, but if you don't want to do it, don't do it. And I'm like, sure, why not? We'll give it a try. And then it was a fun relationship. It was a very educational relationship. So that's how you lead into the relationship if you want it to happen. But you got to let her do it, right? So don't be a dick and lead a girl on, but also if you do want her in a relationship, don't be hungry for it. Make her work for it a little bit, just like she probably made you work for sex. You know, she's like, no, it's too soon, and it takes like 3-4 dates. Well, you could tell her, be like, yeah, maybe we'll date. You know, we'll see how it goes, right? So don't be afraid to play the game back, but at the same time, don't give those girls that possibility when there's no possibility. If you're kind of lukewarm about her, then be honest. Be like, I like hanging out with you. Who knows? Maybe it could go somewhere, maybe not. I don't know. I like you. I'm just enjoying the moment. That's how you set good expectations. And if the girl gets hurt after you've been as honest as you can while still also playing the game, that's her fault, right? Someone's gonna get hurt, usually. Someone's gonna have their feelings hurt. Someone's gonna be the first to stop texting and stop inviting them out, and the other person's gonna get hurt. And as long as the person who kind of did the ghosting or the stopping or the slowing as long as they were honest about their intentions and never cruelly led the other person on, then they're morally in the clear, in my opinion. But the important piece of advice in this video is please don't give women the wrong expectations, and please give them the best time you can, because we want to leave women better than we found them. I talk about playboys and players, but really we're lovers. So be a good lover, give her a good time, and don't manipulate her too much. Okay, I'm Hector Castillo, girlchase.com. Please follow me on my social medias, and then subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.